The man behind the early morning raid was a police constable serving as a driver at the Kapenguria Police station. Abdi Hakim Masla, seen in this picture, was at Kiganjo Police Training College in the year 2013. Police records at the station reveal that Masla was on duty on Wednesday, 13th July 2016, and the second shift from 7 p.m. before being booked off at 10 p.m. He left the station, but 7 hours later, he returned to execute his mission, one that police are yet to come to grips with. At around 5:20 a.m., Abdi Hakim Masla walked back to the station and went straight to the reports officer at his desk. He grabbed his colleague's gun and opened fire, killing 2 police constables instantly. 2 other officers responded to the gunshots and were also killed. Kapenguria Police Station OCS Vitalis Ochido, accompanied by another officer, rushed to the scene and were also gunned down. By 6 a.m., the Rift Valley Regional Coordinator Wanyama Musiambo called for backup after failing to reach the OCS and several other officers on duty who had already been killed. Area security personnel were put on high alert as another distress signal was sent to Ruiru GSU Recce Company base at 7:30 a.m. At 11:45 a.m., security officers from around West Pokot County, Kitale, and some from Eldoret were called in and surrounded the station at a radius of nearly 1 kilometer. At 1:10 p.m., the GSU Recce Squad arrived at a nearby Makutano stadium and after a quick brief went straight to the station. Heavy gunfire was reported even after the Recce company arrived. Abdi Hakim engaged the police up to 1:30 p.m. when the GSU used stun grenades to smoke him out. They breached his hideout inside the station. 3 officers, including 2 Recce officers, were injured and were taken to hospital in a waiting ambulance. One of the Recce officer died later in hospital. At 1:40 p.m., the siege was over. The gunman, who was wearing a black turban that covered his face, was killed by the Recce officers. Between 2:15 and 2:36 p.m., several ambulances carried 6 bodies of the slain police officers as several other ambulances rushed in to rescue those who had survived. Abdi Hakim had been on the intelligence radar after it was discovered that his bank account had received 3 million Kenya shillings in unclear circumstances. Abdi Hakim had been posting messages calling for jihad on his social media platforms, according to the police. The first statement from the police had indicated he was going to rescue another terror suspect, Omar Okwaki Yumond, who had been in custody at Kapenguria Police Station for 3 days. Omar, a teacher at Victoria Primary School in Kacheliba, was booked as a terror suspect at the station. An alert had been raised along the North Rift region concerning Omar before he was arrested and put into custody. He had worked at the school for only 3 months before a student raised an alarm after finding a magazine that had terror-related articles and notified the school's head teacher, who sought police intervention. What is puzzling in today's incident is that Abdi Hakim didn't try to rescue Omar, who was found still locked in his cell. He has, however, been transferred to another station by anti-terror police. Dennis Okari, NTV.